Hello, welcome to FTN News Tonight. I'm your host, Great Jakers. 1113. We begin with breaking news of victory in the first raid of NUSA's war against Iraq. I'm pulling up. Right now we have this was an address. I'm going to read an address written by our new president, Lord Death the Reaper. He said, to the American people, well, today the United Nations declared that Iraq had violated the UNDPA's rules of war. A ban was issued to the extent of the violations. As he became president, he was entrusted in overseeing the first official raid, a 200 to 164 victory. He first would like to highlight the United States military, especially SOCOM, for their hard work and dedication to this fighting war, and for their dedication to fighting this war that couldn't have been done without them. Congratulations on your victory, boys. You've earned it. He said, this is not a war I've started, but it was always one I fully intend on finishing in victory. Let this be a lesson to any who may doubt us. Let this be a lesson to any who may doubt us. You were wrong. We have restored hope and the ability. We have restored hope, our ability, and our spirit back to our nation. So essentially, we have achieved a victory. This victory could be beneficial. This victory is very good. Is very big news for us to cover. That is mainly all there is to this story. That's all there is, really. Okay. That's all there really is. Okay, so yeah, that there has been, we have, that is breaking news, right? That was breaking news. That is breaking news for sure, actually. I'm so sorry about this. Coming up next, we have President Vinik is going to, right now, on the bribery scandal. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that break, but now we have another story. We have another story right now. Leo Vanek on the Arnie Vanek's Leo Vanek on Arnie Vanek's bribery scandal. I am so sorry about that. So, okay, so first things first. I had a word with Leo Vanek on Discord. Here's what he said. I asked him a few questions. I'm going to go over the conversation with you. So, I'm going to go over that conversation with you guys. So, I'm going to go over that conversation with you guys. So, here we go. Okay, dang it. Okay, I'm going to go over the conversation. I'm going to read it to you. Hey, Leo, I was wondering, what was Arnie Vanek? I asked him first what was Arnie Vanek like during the call when the bribery scandal began. He said, how was he behaving? He meant, like, what do you mean? He said, what do you mean? And I told him how he was, like, behaving and acting. What was he? Oh, they was just low-key. He was just chilling. They were just chilling, and he kind of just mentioned it. He said, which is, I find surprising. I thought he would have tried to cover it up. And I asked him, did he try to cover it up? No, he just came out into the open, he replied. And he said, Kay, what was your initial reaction about this? And he said, disbelief, then disappointment. So, yeah, if I were him, I would probably be feeling the same emotions then. And also, one more thing, Arnie Vanek was actually recently blacklisted. I got that from somewhere. I'm not sure if it's 100%. I'm not sure if I can't confirm it at the moment, so I'm not going to do a piece on that right now. But he said, I asked him, does he think Arnie should have been blacklisted? He said, don't think so. If he hid from his actions and didn't hold himself accountable, then yes. But okay. And I said okay. But he addressed it like a man, and he showed he was ready to improve. I don't think a ban was necessary. So that's what Leo Vanek had to say. Hey, and so we're gonna move on to we're gonna have our next story in just a moment. Be right back. Hello, we're back. We have some other news relating to FTN. Recently we've gotten access to the DC News Board. So what that means is that FTN will submit We will now submit articles to the DC Public. What is it? DC Public Broadcasting Corporation. In their article submission stuff, article submission stuff on their Discord server. So essentially what that means is that the news board we're gonna make sure now like the news board is not empty as it always is. We want to make sure that there is news, there is articles on it, and it has today all the day's top headlines on that news board. I think it'll be very useful to help grow the network, help grow our network and news division. And that's about it for this story, but and also recently, we have House elections. We have Senate elections. We'll cover the Senate elections after this break. Well, anyways, we're back, and anyways, the Constitution Party has won a large majority in the Senate. So I'm going to pull up. Okay, I forgot to pull it up. Dang it. Now, 17 out of 21 senators are constitutionalists. So, essentially, only 4 senators are not a member of their party, which is big for them. This could be very beneficial, especially regarding the recent Vinik scandal. This makes me think if Lord Death the Reaper does run for a second term, he probably will not win. Due to a lot of factors. For example, he cannot win with what I'm saying is, based off the voting, he's going to have a hard time winning. But then again, these Senate elections didn't even go to a proper election. During the sign-ups, not enough people reached that margin needed to be on the ballot. Only 7 did, and it's only 7, and the top 7 will win a seat in Congress. So essentially, what happened is that I believe Senate candidate, a Republican Senate candidate, Scuffed Philip Solberg, has said that. Okay. He stated he posted this in his announcements channel of his Discord server. This election has been a great disappointment. The amount of fraud we've seen is overwhelming. That it shakes the very core of the American democratic election process. I have never foreseen such a hideous, fraudulent, deceitful, and blatantly corrupt in an election which group is renowned as the official United States of America on Roblox, a group which is 230k members strong, a group which is active 24 hours and 7 days a week. What has happened in the election is following. What happened in this election is the following. Number one, the process for the Senate, of which the Senate election occurs, is very specific. First, signatures must be obtained through this game. It's the link to the election sign-ups place. And once again, 15 signatures, you move on to the official Senate election, which is broadcasted to the entire nation. We secured those 15 signatures, meaning we should have moved on to the Senate elections. However, we were held back. The specifics of obtaining signatures and moving to the actual election has been illegally altered. This is the kind of stuff that happens in fascist governments and communist regime that does not happen in the land of the free. We will not stand for it. Number three, every single senator elected represents the Constitution Party. He said, the irony. They call themselves defenders of the Constitution when this is nothing close to constitutional. We're going to the Supreme Court, he said. And then everybody reacted, 5 each, with the letters F, with the emojis for the regional indicator F, regional indicator R, regional indicator A, and regional indicator U, and regional indicator D, spelling out fraud. And someone just replied, fraud. What I'm saying is that he's going to contest this election. Okay, well, so essentially, he's going to contest the Senate elections. With the Constitutionalists winning a supermajority, it could be possible that they could steal the presidency. It's likely, but we're going to keep track of that in our election coverage here on FTN News. We're going to keep you covered throughout the entire NUSA presidential election cycle. So essentially now, and other news, and well, anyways, we got some breaking news from early. We have news of the GOP chairman. For news of the GOP chairman election. News for the GOP chairman elect regarding there are now beginning. The GOP, ever since Vinnick resigned, are now holding holding their own chairman elections. He said, unfortunately, due to the Unfortunately, due to the resignation of Arnie Vanik, new chairman elections must commence. If you are interested in running, please react to the message in community polls. Okay. So essentially, essentially there are GOP chairman elections. In other news, we also have a new Liberal Party. There are also chairman elections in the new Liberal Party. Going down to the new Liberal Party server. Essentially, so the most recent chairman, Rotten 5, left the party out of frustration with its higher ranks, including the elders, Bear Papa, the administrator. He wasn't fully in charge of the party, essentially. He said others were taking control of the party and not letting him do what he wanted to do for the party, which I can understand completely. I'm also vice chairman. What was his name again? The vice chairman also left with him. So essentially, they ditched the party out of frustration with the higher ups in the party. So the NFP has installed Microwave as one of its temporary as one of its temporary party leaders. Okay, he's the temporary party leader. So essentially, the new Liberal Party is having a chairman election. It's in 20 minutes. It's actually beginning. And also, there was a raid on the new Liberal Party server. Let's take a look at the election. So essentially, okay, the chairman elections have begun. There was also a raid on their server recently. So, yeah, so that's that. We're gonna, it's time, and I think it's time for a break now, so we'll be right back, actually. Wait a minute. I don't have any more stories to cover, so we're gonna end this short because we don't have much more to cover. I was gonna do a piece on the Vanik scandals because we got more info about those, but I didn't have time to put it together, so that will be on tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. It'll be earlier, but it'll be before News Tonight. It'll be an FTN special report. Okay. So, hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I'm Great Jagers 1113. Good night, and I hope you enjoy your January 12th tomorrow. And remember, when it's 6, News Tonight, covering the news. We're going to cover the news for you